don't pray for me. See, when, in my opinion, if someone offers me prayer, it's best for me to let the person know that when you pray for a God-given purpose, you have this psychological problem where you're experiencing life in that psychological place. But life is not about what you're thinking about. Life is inside of us, life is outside of us, life is everything, everything we don't know about. That's life. So, if you're caught up in this psychological trap where you have to protect that of which you believe in, you have to protect it. So, what you do is you build this fort, you build this protection around it, and you build it right around it, and you're in the middle of it, and and you're protecting this psychological belief because this is your limitation. This is where you stop. You're in that fort, you're in that prison. It's protecting you, but it's also your prison. You're imprisoned. This is why sometimes when people smoke to get high or take some drugs to get high, it's because they're trying to have this temporary escape. So when you pray for me, what you're doing is it's with the hope that I'm going to actually come back into that world. I don't want to be into that in that world. That world is not a safe place. When I say safe place, it means in that world you're living life psychologically. In the world that I know, you have to try to live life in totality, where you have to experience life within every stage of your evolvement, of your involvement, of your evolution. You have to experience this thing in every stage that that you're here for until you die. So this is why I studied it with the nation. This is why I did that Christianity thing. This is why I study Kabbalah, astrotheology, and all these things. I want to know all these things that people are talking about because I want to get to I want to get to feel life in its totality. That is how you experience life. So you don't have to pray for me. You may just need prayer yourself for some odd reason. We have to experience life in its fullness, not inside of a trap. This is how you experience life. It doesn't mean that there's something you want to do as far as accomplishing a goal. That's not a purpose. Those are add ons, those are things that you came up with. Because, say, for instance, your God given purpose was to be a pilot, and now you became a pilot. Then what? You just keep living? What is it? I mean, you know, then what? You just stop living? You say Jesus or Muhammad or whatever said you've accomplished. All you have to do now is just sit down. So what's the purpose of now that remaining time that you're going through? Is that a new purpose outside of your God-given purpose? Or just say you were in flight school and you met into an accident and there's no way you can become a pilot anymore. So what? You're issued a new purpose? Who is issuing you purposes? These purposes are these things are craziness, man. It's crazy. Those things are add-ons. And if you cannot find that balance as far as that thing that you found that's called your purpose, and not letting go from the big picture, if you can't find that, then you're going crazy over there. My only purpose in life is to experience this life. I don't even know if we should call it life because I don't even know what it is. And that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. Because we don't know, we can go on forever and ever and ever experiencing it to its in its fullest, in its totality. Meditation, aligning yourself with the cosmos. Just think about it. Just, I know it may sound crazy to some, but just think about it. I understand when you pray, you put out sounds and it causes vibrations and things like that. I understand that. But those only work on a in a psychological world, life. Because when you're experiencing life in its totality, you can do anything you want to do as many times as you want to do it, however you want to do it. You can do whatever you want to do to experience this. So don't have to pray for me. If I'm here today, I'm here today. If I'm gone tonight, I'm gone tonight. So the next time you're about to pray for someone, just stop. Stop for a second. Just stop for 1 second and just ask yourself, if he should come into your world where a part of this world that you're inside of, they all have God given purposes. And these God given purposes are what's screwing up this entire world. If we take purpose from life itself, there is nothing to destroy, because as we are the creation inside of us, we're getting ready to create. It's coming from the cosmos, the universe, the energy, the everything around us and inside of us. That's how you live. The trouble that you get yourself and you find yourself in, that's not purpose. That's that trapped world. You have to understand the difference of between living a psychological world versus a world where you're experiencing your stages in its totality, when you've gotten to this high place and no one will never understand you anymore. They stay away from you, or they welcome you, or they'll see how beautiful you are for some odd reason, and they love you. They'll take advantage of you. They'll say things about you. And when it's getting to a point where they want to let go and they can't let go, what they'll do is hope that you come into that world where now it'll be easy to let go because you're in your trap. Because you're in your trap. But your trap is also your prison. Because your trap is that fort that you call your protection. Protecting your belief system, because this is how the only way to experience life is. It was nice talking to you again. And hopefully we'll see each other again.